Hello everyone and welcome to this new video, and in this video I want to discuss about how I made this creative GIF animation. And it's very simple. Just with the help of After Effects, just try to animate these animations and without any third party plugins. And let's jump. Alright, and let's jump into the Illustrator first, and we used to draw this illustration shape in Illustrator, and let's start the process. It's alright, and we imported this Illustrator file into this After Effects, and these all are the layers which we already created in the Illustrator. And coming to this medium solid, just we can discuss it in later. Alright, and coming to the shape layer, just why I used to take the shape layer means because here you can see some rough edges are there. Just if you turn on this shape layer, it will give you some smooth and it will give you some organic look. Alright, and just once turn on this finger one, and this is the first finger, and you should make it turn it on into 3D, and I want to enable this and to 3D, and just I used to bring this pivot point over here. Cool, and this is the master, and everything, the finger 7 is linked to this finger 1, and cool, and this finger 2 as well is linked to this finger 6. And alright, and I enabled everything, and with the help of the 3D, just I enabled everything into 3D, and just I used to put this pivot point at the bottom of this shape layer, because, and once I will show you, and let's turn it on the Z rotation, and you can see, and just I used to give the animation for this one, for this finger one. See, it's rotating the Z rotation a little bit, and I used to give the keyframe for 20 frames. At the 20th frame, just I used to give the value of Z rotation of 12, and again at some 40th frame, just I used to give the value of Z rotation to 0, and just I want to continue this animation until this composition of 3 seconds. So instead of duplicating these keyframes and copy pasting, just I used to give the simple expression loop out. Alright, and coming to this one, the finger 7, and this is also the same, and just I used to give some same, go to the transform, and here I used to give some position animation also. Just rotation also same, Z rotation with little bit amount of Z value at 20th frame, and when it reaches to 40th frame, again the Z rotation comes to 0. Alright, and the position also same, just I used to give little bit amount of the position, and the rest everything is same, just copied this same expression which already discussed here. Cool, and once unsolo it, and let's come back to the finger 2, and this one also. So here for finger 2, just I didn't give an animation because it's already linked with the finger 6, which we already have some animation for the finger 6. Cool, and coming to the finger 3, and this one also the same, I didn't give any animation for the finger 3, just we already linked this finger 3 to finger 6. So if you don't know how to link in After Effects, just you can drag this link parent pick over here. Particularly if you want to parent this to any layer, just you have to select that layer and you can link. Otherwise, just you can select from here, just you can see there are a lot of layers. If you want to select any layer, just you have to click that layer over here. Alright, and coming to this one, this is the finger 4, and this is also the same, and just I used to give some animation for finger 4, even though it's linked with the finger 6, just I used to give some animation to look like realistic animation. Just very simple animation only with the help of Z rotation, just I used to give the same and copied the same expression. And just if you don't know how to copy the expression, just Alt click over here in PC and Option click in Mac and type loop out and give an expression, ping pong or cycle or anything else, whichever you want. Here in this case, just I'm using ping pong, and once unsolve it. Alright guys, and we finished this hand part up to now, and now let's discuss about the spoon. And this spoon is linked to the same, and the same finger 6, it's linked. And once we can look, and we have to animate the spoon as well as, just I used to give some rotation animation of here, and rotation animation of -16, and when it reaches to 40th frame, just I need to give some rotation animation of -22. Don't give the value of 0 here because it won't give the realistic animation. Just if you give the 0 at 40th frame, because see here, we have to I animated this spoon animation according to the hand, how the hand is moving and how it will dip into this teacup. Animate the spoon very carefully. Just alright, and just I used to give the same expression, and coming to the position, little amount of position just I used to give for a spoon, because when it is inserted just I used to change the position of the spoon when it hand picks down. So again when hand picks up, just I used to give some amount of position. So alright, and repeat the same process throughout. And coming to this part, just we will discuss it later. Just when it is the spoon is dipping into this liquid, here the color is changing. Just I will explain the thing in later. And coming to this one, this is the liquid, and initially the liquid don't have just any animation. Just instead of going to path and doing the animation frame by frame, it's very difficult. I recommend you to use this effect called wave wrap. So this wave wrap will give you the realistic liquid feel effect. See, and if you want to increase more, just increase the value a little bit. Just 2, I think 2 is fine for me. Okay, and it's looking like realistic liquid type animation. Cool. And coming to these materials, 3 materials, and just I enabled this into 3D, and I used to put this pivot point at the center, and just I used to give very simple animation of position and as well as rotation for cool. And all the 3 are very simple, and repeat the same loop out expression for this thing. Cool. And let's come back to this cup, the cup animation. And I don't link this cup animation to anyone because this is independent, and I used to give some position and the rotation animation. And now just we can come to the sauce, and this is a sauce animation, and even the sauce is animation also. Just I used to give some Z rotation, and I used to give some position for this. Alright, and we finished up to this part, and now let's jump into this second hand animation. And this is the second hand wrist, and this is the second hand finger 2, hand finger 3, and hand finger 4, and we will discuss how I animated this one. And basically this is the master, and all the 3 fingers I used to link with this to the hand wrist. And let's see the animation, and the same, the position and the rotation just I used to give here, and the finger is linked to this hand wrist, and here also the same, just I used to give some. Sorry, here I didn't give any animation because it's already linked with this hand to wrist. And coming to the finger 1 and coming to the finger 3, just for finger 3 just I used to give very simple animation of Z rotation. Just cool. Alright, and one more thing guys, just if you want to go to the graph editor, just you can go to the graph editor and you can turn on check it whether the speed graph is turned it on or not, and you can adjust this animations to achieve very smooth and very simple animations. Alright, and just turn on the solo ones, and we finished everything. And now just I want to discuss why I used to take this one. And this solid indicates that, see, when the spoon is dipping into this liquid, just we can feel that here the color of the spoon is changing. So in real life also, when you dip the spoon or anything else, just the color of the spoon will change automatically. It will turn some lightish color. Cool. And just I used to take one toggle switches and once turn on the track mat, and I used to take this solid, and I used to cut with this pen tool, and just I used to duplicate this spoon for one time, and this is the second spoon, and I used to duplicate this for one time, and just I used to go to the luma mat and I used to convert this into alpha mat. Cool. And now you can see when it is hitting this area of when it is hitting into the liquid, the spoon color is automatically changed. Just alright, and we finished up to this part. The animation is totally finished, and once I want to turn on the shape, and now you can see a lot of layers are there. Just how I will show just how I made it. And first of all, just I need to turn on this one. Cool. Now you can see here some noise is there. Just how I made this noise means, just first of all, just I used to turn on the track match and turn on the rough edges and levels and everything, and this is the solid. Just I used to take the solid and I used to cool. So I used to take this I used to take this black solid, and just here I am adding the rough edges, and I used to control the border size and the scale. I decrease it from 100 to 10, and just here go to the random seed. Just I used to give some expression. Just why this expression means, just I want this animation, I want this rough edges animation to continue for entire this timeline. So that's the reason, just instead of keyframing, just I used to give the expression over here. The expression is also very simple. And let's come into the rough edges. Just you can see the time multiplies by 25, and don't give too much of value here because it will speeds very much, even that won't look good. Just alright, and now just I need to turn on this one to the alpha matte, and alpha matte means automatically it will cuts and it will inserts this grunge into the shape there. Cool. And repeat the same process for all the fingers and all the materials which are there in this composition, and turn it on. Just alright, and we finished this one, and just repeat the same process for each finger and the spoon and the teacup and this liquid and this materials which are under this liquid in the sauce, everything. And I used to pre-comb everything, and just let's come back to this final, and this is the pre-composition of all the layers. And now I need to go to this texture layer. This texture layer means this is the loop texture, and just I used to give this loop texture, and once we can see, and this is the loop texture. Just how I made this, just go to this loop texture. Just I used to take one grunge image. Just I will provide this grunge image in the description, just you can download it. And just I used to animate some position and the rotation, and just this composition is only up to 10 frames. Alright, and now just I used to pre-comp this one, and let's go back to this one, and I used to rename this as the loop texture, and just go to the time, and just you can see the enable time remapping. Just, and now you can see time remap. Just I used to give an expression of it, so automatically this animation will continue until 3 seconds. This now you can see 3 seconds. Instead of duplicating this composition too many times, this is the very best technique of animating the loop textures. Just alright, and go to the final one. Just I used to bring this one, and just I used to put it in add mode. Alright, and just by the way, just I forgot to say, just I used to apply some effect called here the levels. Just this is a wood texture, and just I used to take the levels over here, and I crunched this white point over here, and later just I used to color correct this with this curves. Just alright, and let's go back to the final one, and we can see. And coming to this one, this is the adjustment layer, and this adjustment layer is just I used to give some transform over here, and with the help of transform we can do some position and the rotation over here. Just see, without this one it's looking very plain. Just for giving some feel to this GIF animation, just I used to take the transform and I used to animate the very slight amount of position. For 0th position it's 0, and when it reaches to some 15th frame, just I used to give a slight amount of the position, and when it reaches to again some 30th frame, copy the first keyframe over here and repeat the same lookout expression. Even the rotation also, when it hits to some 15th frame, just I used to give a slight amount of rotation, and again when it reaches to 30th frame, just I used to copy the 0th keyframe over here and repeat the same lookout expression over here. Cool. Alright, and we finished this one. And coming to this one, basically just we didn't give this color. In Illustrator I used to give this color, and because I don't like this color as a background, so for that reason just I used to take the fill and I used to change the color. That's alright, and we finished everything and it's looking very fine. I'm very happy with this. Just alright, and hope you learned something in this video, and if you like this video, please hit the like button, and please share this channel to your friends, and please subscribe my channel, and please hit the bell icon for getting notifications. And thank you for watching this video, and see you in the next video.